Hi guys, my name is Steve Buchenroth and this is Tim Kerns. We're both from Midwest Corporate Air. Tim's our director of maintenance for Midwest Corporate Air, where he manages a fleet of over 30 different aircraft. One of the things we do at Midwest Corporate Air, we teach a lot of CFIs, a lot of double I's, and a lot of multis. We teach about 1,000 to 1,100 ratings per year. We are a Cirrus flight training center and we're a Cirrus limited maintenance service center. But the purpose of this video today is to try to help you guys, if you're going to be flying with us and our Cirrus, or flying anyone's Cirrus, to try to get a little better understanding about what's under the cowling. Tim has been a long time service mechanic on the Cirrus. Of course, he's not only an A&P, but he's a very experienced IA in both engines and fiberglass. And what we want to do is just take a casual approach at going through here and trying to show you guys a little bit about what's under the hood. So let's kind of start with just identifying some things, and we'll try to get a closer up picture as we need to. So Tim, I'm going to ask you a few questions and I'm going to shut up and just let you roll with this. But I always like to show people like where the exhaust gas temperature, where our EGT probes are, cylinder head. So maybe just take it and roll with it if you would, Tim, and show us what you're looking at there.
Okay, so what we've got is 6-cylinder EGT sensors, one in each exhaust bank. We have 6-cylinder CHTs, one in each cylinder head.
So what we're doing here, as we're working our way back, we've got our exhaust gas temperature probe, we've got our cylinder head temperature probe, and this is the IO550-N engine, right?
It is, correct.
All right, so we're coming out the exhaust on this, and then this is the big power box that Cirrus talks about. What do we call that, Tim?
MCU, Master Control Unit 140.
Nice. So this is a beefy engine. There's a lot of engine on this airplane, and of course we're blessed to have air conditioning on this. Maybe you could tell us what we've got back here, Tim.
Yeah, so this is the compressor system for the air conditioning unit. It is driven by the engine accessory case through a belt, and that's how we keep cool in the summer.
Nice. And then as you told me, and I didn't realize it, Tim, but the IO550-N has the mags out front.
Yeah, so it's a dual mag engine. They are the Bendix style magnetos, and they are actually mounted left and right magnetos.
Nice. So this is right here as our fuel comes in, it goes through this manifold, and then it goes down into each cylinder. Is that the right way to say it?
Yeah, so there's a fuel injector in each cylinder.
Okay, and our upper plugs?
Yep, upper spark plugs, lower spark plugs are here in each cylinder.
Nice, big IO550, 6-cylinder, 12 total plugs, I guess.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we've had a chance to look at those. Now as we move on through here, the air induction system. A lot of people, Tim, don't understand alternate air. While we're on this side though, I'm going to digress real quick. This is the Tannis engine heater. We can plug the heat in for the aircraft in the wintertime. But as the air comes into the system, we'll move over here on this side. As the air comes into the system, my understanding, Tim, is it comes right in the air filter right here.
It is.
And that this hose has nothing to do with it unless we're taking in alternate air. Is that right?
Yeah, so that scat tube here is for alternate air use only, and we draw the alternate air source from the tailpipe. So it's a heated source of air selected by the pilot, and we can see in here, it will take the alternate air out of the scat tube through the hole and bypass the air filter to keep the engine running in the event of an ice over or a water situation.
So am I correct saying normally the air goes through this filter?
It does.
If the filter plugs up, it can't breathe anymore. It's just like us having a mask on our face that's all frozen up. Can't breathe anymore, and it's sucking air. This engine is just pulling an enormous amount of air, I know. And it's now going to start pulling air through this hose and on the inside of the filter, bypassing the filter.
Yeah, so the pilot selects the alternate air on. There's a valve here in this port that the pilot selects. So right now it's in a closed position, so it's taking air through the air filter. The pilot will open this valve, and at that point it will take air through the scat tube and bypass the air filter through that duct there.
So this is where I've got to go in my apology to you, Tim. I've told people that I don't think it really brings hot air into the engine, maybe warmer air from the cowling. But I was ignorant, not understanding that it actually pulls air over this engine exhaust. So this air enters the engine exhaust. And then, of course, as, I don't know if you can see, we would have to move the lever, but that it goes through that hole.
I'll move the lever.
He's going to go ahead and open the lever up for us right there. So let's put this right here. And as Tim opens that lever up, there we go. We can see that it opened, and it would have pulled this air right here across this exhaust pipe, and then across the exhaust pipe into the hose, the scat tube, and then right on up into the center of the air filter and bypassing this filter. So that's how alternate air would work on the Cirrus SR22. Now, I know in the 22T, there's a magnetic door. But again, I didn't realize it pulled it against the exhaust. So for any of you folks that ever took a check ride or got a lesson from me and I said, hey, I don't think it pulls in hot air, I was wrong. It pulls in hot air right over this, and I didn't realize it. The other aircraft I'm familiar with, I don't think does, but I may get proven wrong on that as well. So again, on this side, we've got our right magneto, our left magneto, got the air that comes in through the manifold and splits. And of course, it's not a SR22T, so there's no turbocharger, no intercoolers for us to deal with.
Right.
On that. So what are we looking at? We got two separate mufflers, this
Correct.
side and the other side.
Yep, sure do.
What are we looking at? Anything over here, Tim?
So this is the boost pump for the fuel system right here on the Firewall. This would be our environmental systems, how we select heat or no heat. Main ship battery is on the Firewall. We have a brake reservoir right here on the Firewall. If we move forward, we have a fuel transducer on the little silver box. That's how we calculate gallons per hour, is with that reluctor wheel.
Nice. All right, so in this airplane, being it's a Cirrus SR22 G6 model, we have two batteries. Battery number 1 is actually on the right side of the airplane, battery 1 on the right side, and battery 2 on the right front is in the back under the parachute, right?
That's correct.
212 volts hooked up in series.
Yes.
That gives us 24. And then this airplane has two alternators, and the number 1 alternator is on the right side, direct drive.
Yep.
And then the number 2 alternator on the left side
is belt driven, and it's underneath this cover.
So belt driven alternator down here, yep. Number 2 alternator on the left. Kind of odd, you'd think that'd be the other way, but number 2's on the left side, number 1's on the right side. Direct drive, belt driven, number 1 battery, and number 2 battery back behind there.
Mm-hmm.
Hartzell propeller. Again, the purpose of this video to help you guys is just have a little better understanding of the engine, what it looks like, what's going on under the cowling, and at the same time, we wanted to explain the alternate air, how it is. So IO 550-N 310 horsepower.
I think so.
A lot of horsepower. SR22, I think this is a 2021 model.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit on the outside of the plane. We can go back over here. And this here is a vortex generator that says no step. Here we have a stall strip, and this is a little ice detector. This is where the ice should build, right here in this little thin plate, for lack of a better word. And of course, this is our TKS and the Fiki wing. And we've got the big Cirrus wing design, which is on the Cirrus and the Columbia. Again, it's called a mole wing, modified leading edge wing. So we've got the design such that this section of the wing would remain flying longer than this section would later, and we still have control of the airplane through the ailerons. Of course, in the back is our parachute, sitting what, roughly above the 121, maybe right in there.
Yeah, somewhere above the November part end number.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks you guys. Again, I appreciate it. Tim and Steve from Midwest Corporate Air. I hope this helps you out. Have a great day. Hey guys, thanks a lot for watching our videos. If you like what you see and it helps you out, by all means, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel. And if you're interested in flying with Midwest Corporate Air, just take a look at our website. The information we need is on there, and we hope to see you in the future. Thank you.